Hi, good evening everyone. It's actually 8:40 p.m. here in the UK. Comment down below where you're watching from. We know that this page is really revolving around the world without a passport because we are actually internet based. So, good evening. I am Precious
And I'm Jake.
and we're coming to you live because we have been sharing since Monday, in case you haven't noticed, um, on our pages that we have been going through a challenge, a 7-day series challenge of sharing us, for you to get to know us more as a family, as a couple, as ordinary individuals who are doing an extraordinary business. We like to say it that way because it's really unconventional and it's revolutionizing how we can actually start earning while using social media tools. Sorry, social media tools and digital platforms of your preferences, and generate income through that, isn't it? So we wanted to share this big opportunity for everyone who's keen. And the hope of us is to actually, at the end of this Go Live series on Sunday, is that you'll be more comfortable at home to message
Hmm.
us, to like our page, and to start following us, and consider working online with us. And it doesn't really, it's not restrained in a physical in a physical place. You can do this from everywhere you are, which is really cool. So yeah, so what do you wanted to say today? It's day 5, and we actually want to discuss why did we get into this online business. So first of all, I think, do you want to start off? It's actually because of our children, and our hopes for them. Do you want to
Hmm.
share more about that, Hart?
So again, to our new followers, welcome, and to our returning followers, welcome back.
Yes.
So, like she said, we're gonna talk about what we like about this business tomorrow. So, but for now, what we're gonna talk about is what motivated us to do this business.
Yes.
So, let me share you a short story. I think it's always interesting to start with a story. Um, I'm not gonna go really far back. I'm gonna start where I became a photographer. So if you miss the backstory, there's a prequel to this because this is day 5, so you can just go back and check those other videos. But
Yes.
for now, we're gonna go to photographers that to that part when I became a photographer.
Yeah.
So I never really thought that I'll be a photographer or really be interested as a in photography because growing up I was never really what's this artistic, not that creative. So but when I was with a friend and he let me held his camera, I was like, what am I gonna do with this? But when he started teaching me about photography, then it finally I finally realized that I have a hidden passion
Mm.
for photography. And the moment I started like pressing the shutter, I was like, I was instantly in love with photography, and that's when I started really studying, and to a point that it's like I told myself I'm gonna be a professional. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do everything I can. You know, YouTube is always there for tutorials and all. That's why it's so information is so out there and it's easy. That's why I was so excited and finally bought my first camera. Then I started shooting more. The more I practice, the more I improve. Then to a point that okay, I'm ready for a job. And I work as a photographer, and I was working as like a property photographer and doing portraiture as well, and did event as well. I love my job as a photographer because it gave me so much flexibility because I was able to do it on my own pace because what's the most flexible or like flexible job is other than being a freelance, right? That's why yeah, when I married my wife and we had kids, it worked out on my advantage because I was a photographer, even though she's working full time and she's dead set on like that's the only time that I'm allowed to work when she is not at work and she can stay with the kids. So it wasn't an issue. It wasn't an issue because I was a photographer. But the reality is, as much as I love photography, because here in London the weather is like very unpredictable. It can be like for last week it was very uh sunny for the past few weeks, then it was raining really hard because we're supposed to be summer, that then it became winter again, then it's summer again. So it's crazy, and it's and most of the time London weather is just very gloomy. So um I love the flexibility that I receive from photography, but at the end of the day I need that stability because now I have family, and um of course we want to prepare for their future, and not just that, not just for their future, but when the time comes that we want to, like for example summer is coming and we want to enjoy as well and let them have fun outside. So this is why we we went to this business, because instead of like thinking maybe let's do this business as something that we can plan make as a plan B. But the reality is, when we talk about it, really, I told her this is an amazing business that I cannot just we cannot just let it to be our plan B. We
Yeah.
should make it as a plan A, and that's what we did. That's why we love the flexibility in this business, because when the world issue happened, actually it was very difficult because all the schools were closed,
Yeah.
and if I was working
Full
like
time.
full time, how can I look after the kids? So good thing I was doing this business and I was able to look after the kids. And because all the school were closed, we had to do distance learning. So we're online learning, and I had to do, because I'm the main care of this family. I'm the one teaching them, and it's funny because even though I finished school already and I'm done, I just realized that I have to study because they have different kinds of methods on how they teach children today.
Yeah.
So I cannot just teach them what I've learned before. I should like teach them on how, where, like the teachers, the methods the teachers use for my kids. So it was difficult, but at the end of the day it was fun as well because I'm always with my kids. And I think that's one of the joy of doing this business, because we are always present during those important events um, in our kids' life, because our kids expect us, yes, expects us to be
To
uh,
be present.
present
Yeah.
whenever there's like an event in their school. It
True.
should be the both of us, not just one. It should be the both of us. So I think I'm grateful, and we are so blessed that we are in this business because we have that flexibility, but we don't have that guilt of we're not working really hard for the future of our children. I think as a Filipino and as a man, I think that is something that I want, is like to really work hard for my family, to provide for my family, because I grew up in a family who reminded me that I should be the man, and the man should be looking after their to his wife and kids. So yeah, I grew up in that kind of family, and I'm so grateful because they helped me to grow up a responsible person. And I think, yeah, I think I'll just end it there. The flexibility of this business is amazing, and really, you won't feel guilty if you're not doing the usual 9 to 5 grind. But by all means, if you're doing the 9 to 5 grind, we respect you. You do you. And for us, this is the solution that we found, and I think I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna let Precious talk now.
Yeah, so it's kind of really juggling what's important versus the tension of actually needing to provide. As migrant parents, we are very hands on because first we don't have close relatives around us here in the UK, so we really had to make life decisions based on our family setup. And me as the kind of the main holder of the immigration, the visa that we had when we started as a family. Of course, I need to be really stay in as a nurse. So if you haven't watched our previous videos, or if you're a brand new follower of our page, I am a nurse, full-time nurse for 14 years, a nurse manager, in fact. And actually, it has been a struggle to actually time manage because of the many things that I have to do at work. Actually, at today, I was saying a few days ago how it's hard to discipline myself in terms of stopping. I actually left there at 6 p.m. So, things like this, it's so hectic. And because we have to have this set up, we look into other things so that we can still be present as a family for our kids, as because they are quite young, they're still in their foundation year. So we looked up everywhere. Actually, we found this opportunity through our friend, and we just had to watch a webinar, a free webinar, so that we can gain more insight about what it entails to do this digital marketing business. And yeah, so tomorrow we will discuss about the favorite aspects that we have, that we don't. This doesn't include any selling. It's everything already set up for you once you join. We will be your mentors. We will help you and provide tools, how to set up your own website and how to engage your leads, those business leads who will would want and are interested to actually check this out. And yeah, so it's all about our children. If in fact before I used to work as a freelancer online, it's a freelancing site. So because I wasn't really into tech stuff. I just like fiddling, well, using just devices, like iPads, just like beginners software applications. I wasn't really techy, but I know how to follow instructions. So I did some admin stuff online. It really didn't pay well because it was an outsourcing kind of work, and it was paying by the hour. So even though it was online, I felt it was flexible because I can do it whenever I can squeeze it in my regular schedule. But I really had to exchange numbers of hours in order to get minimum wage. So it really didn't work well. I did stay for a few years, but it wasn't really worth it for the time and effort I put in. I'm not sure if you can resonate with me, but it wasn't really a flexible thing. It's like a job. And this business is not actually that the reason why we call it it's a business is because it does have an investment involved, but it will give you a lot of results, or it can give you um, unlimited income opportunity once you've set it up and how while it's running. It actually runs in the background. That's why we really
Mm.
like this setup, because as we said, it's flexible. You can schedule your hours. You can just do it within 1 to 2 hours a day, which is what we do. So it's really gives us that time efficiency to juggle everything, all our priorities, but keeping our family at the center of what we do, and we're not neglecting any our children while we're really hustling to provide.
Mm.
Yeah, if you come or you've migrated as well from your home countries, I'm sure you can resonate with our story. Some people think you come to the dreamland, but actually, you have to work how many jobs in order to afford the life you want. And yeah, we believe, and we have found this opportunity, this business that will enable us to have that lifestyle that we want, digital lifestyle, while sharing it online, and also earn good income. And so yeah, so our why is our family, our
Mm.
children. We want to be there, we want to be present, and not be, just be hustling and hustling and not even seeing each other. We didn't really like that setup we're in. You would have to go on nights, I have to be on days, and we'll hardly see each other. Nothing, no offense to other families who are doing that. You're doing a noble thing. You're prioritizing your family.
Hats
We
off to you
Yes,
guys.
hats off. We just found a different way of
Yeah.
doing that,
Mm.
and it's something. It's if you're interested to find out more, then yeah, comment. So actually, we have someone watching. William, Kamit, thank you for watching. I
Mhm.
can drop you a message later on to answer your question. And yeah, flexibility. And actually, our life, my work personally, if I'm honest, is really stressful. So as he said earlier, this is something we can call up our plan A. Because as we continue to build it, because it's based online, the progress is quicker compared to a brick and mortar business wherein you have to pay so much overhead costs. You have to pay rent for the place. Let's say if you're opening a shop, you have to have staff. What else? Yeah, you have to all that do that inventory checks and all that. So we didn't really like that. We used to have um, we did some selling
Mhm.
before online, and I reached out to all my friends, anyone I'm acquainted with.
She did not reach out. She was chasing, to be honest.
So I did try my best, but it really didn't work. That model didn't really work for us. It's
Mm.
uncomfortable. And to be honest, I don't want to be seen as someone who just messages because I want to share something.
Otherwise, you
Um,
won't be invited to any parties anymore.
so this doesn't involve holding parties, holding Zooms, like in order to you get people to look at your business. There's training involved wherein it will help all of us. So we've started already, but we were taught how to do this well. So this is what can be provided if you do jump in.
And
Sorry.
we continue on learning because the training is like always updated. So learning is always there for us.
Yeah.
We learn every day. So
Yeah, true. So I mean, we'll leave it at that. Tomorrow, tune in again of to our day 6 of our 1 week go live challenge, and we'll discuss more about the business. So please don't hesitate to drop a comment again where you're watching from. Introduce yourselves. We are so keen to give you more information. So
yeah.
we are Jake and Precious again. So I'm
Hmm.
Jake. I'm Jake. You see, we're
So
swapping
she's Jake
already. I'm Precious.
and I'm Jake.
Thank you for watching. And yes, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully. See
Bye
you tomorrow.
now. Take
Bye.
care.